Plains fertilizing it right now. He's putting out 200 pounds of urea and 50 pounds of ammonium sulfate. And here he comes down into the field. It doesn't take long. So he's hauling about close to 4,000 pounds. This farm is 485 acres, just almost 500 acres. It's all leveled. We usually haven't rice. We had beans last year, just because we needed some rotation. This year it's back in rice. It looks pretty good. It's a little bit on the late side, but it's early. It's not too late. It's really funny how that stuff tillers. Fertilizer and water in 10 days. I mean, it's amazing how solid green it'll look in a short period of time. All right, so I'm gonna go over and turn this well on, and I hope it comes on. It should. Well, it'll be the first time this year. Whoops. All right, let's step back. It's on auto. Looks like it's gonna work. The year of extremes. Extreme wet, extreme cold, extreme dry, extreme hot. I mean, there was no in between, and there was not a week that separates any of the extremes. It's been really tough. We're pretty sandy, or we're really sandy. So the wet doesn't really bother me that bad. But we had rain events. We were getting like 7 inches, 5 inches. I mean, that's hard to handle. And then I was in the field yesterday, and I was like, where did all this sand come from? And my ground's pretty flat, but it rained so much it just washed it down there. I've never seen that before. And I've been around this place for a long time. And that was a 7-inch rain followed by a 5-inch rain, and I'm not even counting the 1s and 2s in between. 2 weeks ago we started cutting wheat. So we finished that, and it was too wet to plant. We had to wait a day before we could plant. We didn't plant it all behind the combines because it was too wet, and then we had to wait an extra day after we got through with the wheat just so we could start planting planting soybeans.
So I need to stimulate a response.
I think it's gonna work.
And everybody's always wants to point the finger everywhere else, but it normally starts with you.
Here we go.
This is a pretty special place to me.
Now, here we are 9 days, and it is so dry and so hot, we just stopped. Just because we had to take care of what crops we had in the ground and up, and irrigation mainly. It's a full-time job keeping all this stuff irrigated. So turning these wells on, I just realized it's 1:45 at 2 o'clock. These things are gonna go on a energy saving plan, so they'll turn them off electronically or wirelessly, and they won't come back on till 7, so anyway, we'll turn them on anyway. And we'll walk over here and turn it on. Here she comes. That well's pumping about probably close to 3,000 gallons a minute. And it's split between 2 main fields. One's 80 acres, one's 75, and this one over here to the west. But I got to get these fields balanced. So if I got 3,000 gallons of water, I happen to know this one field uses more water than this field, so it's just kind of, you just got to give it a few days to see where the water levels are going to fall and adjust as needed.
We want the bottom canopy to be healthy with a good fungicide. We use Revitec on it. It's really going to help that bean finish off strong.
But on our farm, we got to average a 6 bushel better with the Revitec fungicide than any other fungicide.
Probably absent of disease just because we got the Revitec out here, but just mainly for the plant health.
The one thing that is a must, that's this product right here. Reducing stress adds bushels.
We are here at Chestnut Vale, which is Temple Road's father's home farm. We've become very good friends. Getting ready to fill up the planter, start planting soybeans. He's got a trailer full of bean products and starter fertilizer to apply for the upcoming season. We run Radiate in furrow. We're running Quick Ultra Awaken in furrow. Gets the plant up fast, helps with root development. We've been running dry fertilizer today. Some nitrogen phosphorus in a 2x2 as well, not only on corn but also on beans.
Cory's in the combine with Temple now, and we're all just having a good time visiting together.
Wait, you gotta raise my card.
June 29th, we're here at the plant loading up Temple Roads with some Dynagrow soybeans for behind his wheat. I brought out 5 because they're only 35 unit mini balks, but 4 is fine. 2 and 2. So we've loaded him up with 4 mini balks, try to get him planting today, and he'll probably be back in later this afternoon to get a few more. We've had some rain, but now today and tomorrow they'll be rolling pretty good. Yeah, so this conveyor stays pretty busy now. Now that we got sunshine and heat, guys are coming in and get their wheat beans. Where are y'all planting these at? Easton? Hey, did you cut your wheat yet? And do good? Have you planted your beans? How much wheat have you got left to cut? We sell about 25,000 units of soybeans, around 8,000 units of corn, so pretty big location in this area. So they're 4.6, which is what you're gonna want behind wheat. And I've got some others for you too, so if you need more, I got plenty of these, and then we'll switch to something else if you want to. I'm just ready for the season to get over with. I'm ready for these boys to finish wheat, ready for them to get their wheat beans in, get some spraying done, and then I'm ready to get on the boat and enjoy some little bit of vacation here soon. Jimmy Ward calls me the fixer, but I'm done fixing. I'm here, I'm not leaving Centerville.
We want the bottom canopy to be healthy with a good fungicide. We use Revitec on it. It's really going to help that bean finish off strong.
But on our farm, we got to average a 6 bushel better with the Revitec fungicide than any other fungicide.
Probably absent of disease just because we got the Revitec out here, but just mainly for the plant health.
The one thing that is a must, that's this product right here. Reducing stress adds bushels.
Copperhead concaves, to me, are the only way to go. This is a real return on our investment. When we went to these, we took an automatic increase all the way to 5,300 bushels an hour, which is incredible. Sometimes we don't have enough truck to keep up with what this combine can harvest. Used less horsepower, less fuel, and did a better job cleaning. It's second to none.
We're out here. These are the beans that we just supplied the 8 ounces of Revitec by BSF in the last couple hours. They're irrigated. They were planted April the 10th. And they're looking pretty good. They're knee high. They'll be growing fast now. We got the irrigation system running. Got the fungicide on them, some foliar fertilizer, maybe fill in some blanks. And I don't know, as far as stage, got a lot of flowers on it. I mean, what do you think those are, Cade? Are we at
Just about to R3, you know.
well,
Getting close.
you call it RC. I'm always late to the
Be a
game.
little R2. Right
Yeah.
now, it would be sitting at R2.
I would-
We're pushing pretty close.
Yeah, I'd call them R2. I'm just not one of those guys that walks out in a bean field that's 2 weeks old and somebody happens to see a strange bloom and say, oh, the whole field's R1.
Right.
I do not subscribe to that. They're looking good. I don't know, we may dig one up just to see what the root looks like. Uh-oh, it's kind of hard. That's not very good. This was in corn last year. Find an easier one. Not too soft either, but maybe we can get it in there. This is a new shovel too, it's pretty dull. I just broke it. Yeah, okay, well anyway, I knocked it off, but a lot of nodules there. Yeah, and I mean, hold that for me, Kay. There's plants working for us, making its own nitrogen.
Got one 4-bean pod started.
Oh yeah, look at there.
So, yeah, definitely starting
First
off good.
pod we find in the field is a 4-bean pod, so that's
Good sign.
that's good. There's, what's this one? No, that's a 3-beaner. That's the only 4-bean pod in the field. We'll come back in a few weeks. We'll have these things good and irrigated, and hopefully the ground's a little softer. Let me just hit a bad spot. And look at all the positions. I mean, man, we're really setting up there to. So when you stage beans, obviously, I mean, that's further than that one pod would be a R3 plus R4, but you count down three, don't you?
4, 3, 4.
3 or 4.
Top.
So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. And someone would say 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I still tend to.
So, right, so we're still, you know, R2 just because we got, the flowers are done, but, you know, the pods haven't quite, you know, we're still down probably to here before we need to see this little,
So a 1/4 inch pod.
up to there.
A 1/4 inch pod is R3, correct?
Yeah, 3/16 I guess, but
3/16. Can I borrow your tape measure?
Hey, this is my, about 15, 12 millimeter. No, this is just a Midwesterner in me right now coming out.
3/16 versus a 1/4 when we're staging soybeans. That's something for the records there, for the books. What we really want out of our soybeans, we want them to come up, and then we want to be able to combine them. All that stuff in between doesn't matter. So, no, this field has a lot of potential coming on. So. I would say in a month these beans will be chest high on me and hopefully loaded down. Which there's a lot of nodes on that one. It's got 15 nodes on it. They've been stressed, so 20 inches of rain, 100-degree heat right now. I'd call that stress.
With the soybeans with Terramax, we brought it out and instantly, man, I just couldn't believe the nodulation we had so early. Look at that. That root, look how much nodulation is already on there. And you have these little peanuts all the way down here that deep in the soil, around the roots here. That's a very good start. If you haven't heard of them, you better get to know them because their products are here to play.
We are here at Chestnut Vale, which is Temple Road's father's home farm. We've become very good friends, getting ready to fill up the planter, start planting soybeans. He's got a trailer full of bean products and starter fertilizer to apply for the upcoming season. We run Radiate in furrow. We're running Quick Ultra Awaken in furrow. Gets the plant up fast, helps with root development. We've been running dry fertilizer today, nitrogen phosphorus in a 2x2 as well, not only on corn but also on beans.
We want the bottom canopy to be healthy with a good fungicide. We use Revitec on it. It's really going to help that bean finish off strong.
But on our farm, we got to average a 6 bushel better with the Revitec fungicide than any other fungicide.
Probably absent of disease just because we got the Revitec out here, but just mainly for the plant health.
The one thing that is a must, that's this product right here. Reducing stress adds bushels.
Okay, thank you.
Did he say I already got you?
Yep.
If I lose this year, it's y'all's fault. It ain't as thick as you think it is. These are Cory's beans. This is, I guess we're off the Turner, ain't we? Yeah. So they were planted the 2 ways.
The crosshatch?
Yeah, this is
What was
the
the
crosshatch.
plant date?
This was the latest beans that we planted. But they haven't been treated with anything. We've done nothing to these. They haven't even been, I haven't even sprayed nothing on them. Like not even herbicide. We've done nothing. Probably should have stunted them back, but Dad said he didn't want to spray them yet. He wanted to wait. So I left them alone. I haven't done much to my house either. I mean, I never got a chance to burn them back or nothing because everything got away from me. But I mean, they got great branching on them for, you know what I mean, for not doing anything to them. But only thing that's been done to them is just fertility up front with anhydrous. That's all we got. But we got, you know, the spacing is good enough that, you know, we ended up with the branching that we wanted. So I'm assuming we got some original, you know, I don't know if it's like what Cory said. Cory, explain what you were telling me the other day about the anhydrous and all that stuff.
Your soils, that's what I was just showing my son, because Temple thinks or claims that he has some sort of clay. I mean, this is like beach sand to me.
Yeah, this isn't beach sand. I could take you show you some beach sand today.
I'm just saying, to me,
Yeah.
from where I'm from though, I call this beach sand. Like, that's exactly what it feels like. Texture-wise, you agree, son? It's like when we go to the beach, right? With the anhydrous ammonia, the ammonium form is going to try to leach up, and that is going to automatically stunt the beans. Because what we're trying to do with the anhydrous ammonia is overload the plant later on in life. So about R4, R5 is when we're trying to overload the bean with nitrogen. So it'll actually stunt it then. But if it's getting the whiff of ammonium early, then that is actually going to act like a natural stunt to that bean also.
Yeah. The stalk size quality of the stalk is tremendous already. We have trouble with these outside branches. When they get pods on them, they just end up snapping and they come right out. So we're trying to come up with a way to strengthen those to try to keep them on, because but we'll end up having, you know, 20 or 30 down each one of these stems. And when you have that and you lose them, I mean, that's potentially 10, 15 bushel that we can leave out in the field. And we can't seem to overcome that. We got the branching part figured out. We've got the burning them back part figured out. Well, not figured out, but we're getting closer. And we're able to stun them and set more nodes. But what we found with these, and I talked to Cory last week, you know, we got plants that we literally put anhydrous on. We didn't put anything else on. I haven't treated them. We did a bunch of in-furrow stuff, like crazy in-furrow stuff on these beans. So we have stuff there.
See how you have all these nodes down here kind of stacked at the bottom?
Yeah.
So that would tell me that's a sign that you were cold and wet early.
Yeah.
Because everything was trying to stack. You know, when we stump beans, we don't want internode spacing that far,
Yeah.
correct? Look how stretched out that is.
Yeah, it's getting
So
stretched
then you
out
know
now.
it's stunted with the branching part. If you look at your internodes though, you're not there.
Yeah.
Your spacing. So to capture both the best worlds to run 125 plus bushel soybeans, you got to have the branching and the stacked internodes all the way through that bean.
Yeah.
So right now he only has one part of that, and that's the branching.
Because right now they're vegetative right now, so we're trying to get that backed out of them and try to put them back the other way. Now, when I wanted to treat these a week or so ago, we got 3 inches of rain, so I couldn't get on the dirt. So then we left it, and then we were like, okay, we went to start cutting wheat, and then I was setting my sprayer up that we were going to come back and we were going to spray them. We got another 2 inches of rain. So, I mean, it's barely dry enough now where I could maybe potentially put something on them. But at this point, I mean, I'm kind of like with Caroline, maybe you just let it go and don't stun them, because if they start to shoot blossoms and you want to go try to burn them back, all you do is abort all the blossoms that are on there.
You've got 3 days to do it.
Yeah, I don't have, the time's not here for me. And my important thing is right now, to be honest with you, is not stunting these beans. My important thing is to get the crop out of the field that we got to get out. You know, never worry about your next crop when you got a crop that's trying to come out of the field right now. And that's what we have right now. Every day that goes by, we're losing test weight on wheat. And every rain that comes in, we're losing more test weight. And we do all flour mill quality wheat, so I can't afford that. So you're taking a chance of not selling flour mill quality, selling feed mill quality, and there's no money to be made there. Holy.
Bad.
This is the whole inside component. I don't know if you can even get up in here and look at this piece. But look how bad this is. This belongs up front. And it's completely come apart. Wow, dude. Wow.
How does that happen?
Just, here's what happens. So look, these things here crack apart, and then it comes completely apart. Now, you know what this piece is? This is that piece that goes up all the way in the front of the shaker pan internal.
Oh, it is?
So I don't know what we got going on. I gotta get this out first and then look up front. I mean, there's a chance I can take this out and keep going, but it's not, the chances aren't great because it's broke. I mean, it's literally broke apart. So if it broke this apart, I would imagine my sieves up there are wrecked. I mean, like really wrecked. I need to take these off. Let me take these off and see if I can drop it out. And I'll see how bad it is. I'm ripping it apart, putting it back together. I'm gonna. You think that thing wasn't creating some noise in there? This whole thing is in here sideways. You think it came apart? Yeah. It's supposed to look like this. See, they just wear and they crack and fall apart. Dad, what? We're good. What? We're good. You know what happened? What? Them two side bolts came out. We can still run like we are. What? Yep. What side bolt? I think I can. Nope. Can't do it. I gotta put that piece back in. Looks like the bolts fell out of it and it just came apart, shook apart. What? There's a really good chance. I can take that back to my shop. Weld it all back together. Be running back up. Only two bolts hold this thing. It's right here and on the other side. So it basically broke apart, came loose, and here's what we have. And I'm gonna weld all these back in there. We got 350 acres left, and I'm gonna get done. That's what this is. So that's what we're after. This metal is thin. Who do you think that's on the phone over there calling? Probably another breakdown? I think we're good. We're gonna stick this back in. All right. Nah, I can sit. Maybe I need help. I grabbed a hot weld, hold on. I grabbed it somewhere. That thing was... All right, to the field.
What even is it for?
That bolts in another bracket, another pre-cleaner that I hated.
No, I think it might be a 14.
Oh, shit.
What is it?
14.
14? Yeah. What'd you give me? 15?
He said it was a 15. Is that a 15? I can't see it. I don't have my pop-up glasses.